Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Tyranny Show, where science meets curls and healthy hair is always goals. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about key ingredients to look for if you are, someone that needs a moisturizing product, right? So if you have curly hair, your hair seems to be very dry, and you want to look for the right product that will moisturize your hair, I'm going to give you ingredients that you should look for on the ingredient statement when shopping for the best moisturizing products. On our last episode, I taught you how to read, product labels. Basically, the highest concentration of an ingredient in a product label will be the first ingredient that is listed on the ingredient statement, and the lowest concentration of an ingredient in a product would be the last ingredient that is listed. So today we're going to just talk about moisturizing ingredients. And basically the first 5 ingredients on an ingredient label has the most, so it's the most of that product. So the most concentration in that product is the first 5 ingredients. But if you're looking for a product that is moisturizing to the hair and won't be drying, then these are the ingredients that you should look for when choosing a moisturizing product. We know that conditioners are moisturizing products, deep conditioning treatments, leave-in conditioners, these are all moisturizing products. Oils are more sealants, so they seal in the moisture. But anyway, let's dive into it. So number 1, humectants. So humectants, how they work is they draw moisture into the hair. So if your hair is dry, brittle, breaking, and you just can't understand what's happening, look for products that have humectants in them. So these ingredients attract water from the environment into the hair. If you live in a very humid place, then humectants can be like not a good thing, because have you ever done your hair and you went outside and your curls are laying beautifully, and then after being outside for a long time, your hair turns into a big poof ball? Well, humectants work that way because they draw in moisture from the atmosphere. So ingredients to look for that are humectants. So if you see a product that has glycerin in it, and again, in the first 5, top 5 ingredients on a label, glycerin will do the job of being humectant and drawing in moisture. So glycerin is your number 1 ingredient you want to look for when you're looking for humectants. This is a top tier humectant, but can be tricky in dry climates. Propylene glycol also is a humectant. It helps retain moisture and adds slip. Then we have honey, which is natural and deeply hydrating. Also aloe vera juice, which is moisturizing and soothing for your scalp and strands, right? For example, our Thirsty Curls leave-in conditioner, it is a great hydrating product. The first ingredient is water, but it also has honey, hibiscus, aloe vera in there. So these are very good ingredients for moisturizing the hair. So that's why that particular product works really good for moisturizing the hair. And you can use it every single day because it's very lightweight and it doesn't build up on the hair. Number 2, after humectants, we have emollients. They soften and smooth the hair. A great product is going to have a combination of humectants and emollients in there. You just got to know which ingredients to look for, right? These condition and soften the hair, filling in cracks and reducing frizz. So emollients would be shea butter, which is rich and creamy, seals in moisture. We already know shea butter is a great moisturizing product. Then coconut oil, which is a lightweight sealant, good for low porosity hair. Jojoba oil, it mimics the scalp's natural sebum and it's non-greasy. These are all very good ingredients. And then avocado oil, nutrient dense and great for deep hydration. If you look at any of our conditioners, you will see that they have shea butter in it. They have avocado oil in it, jojoba oil, and coconut oil. So any of our moisturizing products would be a great option for you if you are experiencing dryness, because we got the emollients and we have the humectants covered when it comes to keeping your curls moisture, soft, smooth, and supple. Number 3, occlusives. So what occlusives are is they basically seal in moisture. These are gonna be your oil. So you're gonna see when you purchase an oil, the first ingredient on that on the label is going to be an oil. So for example, our Bahama Glow oil, the first ingredient is castor oil. So those are occlusives because they form a barrier to keep moisture from escaping. Very good to use with humectant products, right? So beeswax in moderation helps to lock in moisture. Then we have castor oil, which is a thick oil. It helps to prevent moisture loss as well. And these are just some, occlusives that you can use that are great for sealing in moisture and keeping the moisture in. And then number 4, good fatty alcohols. Alcohols really get a bad rep when it comes to moisture. But the thing is, all alcohols are not created equally. We have moisturizing alcohols and drying alcohols. So today I'm just going to cover the moisturizing alcohols. These are the alcohols you need to look for in any of your conditioners that you're going to be using that will help your hair to stay moisturized. These are not drying, they're moisturizing, and they give a lot of slip. Number 1 is cetyl alcohol. I talk about this all the time. One of my favorite alcohols. This is a moisturizing alcohol. It's what gives you that slip when you're using a leave-in conditioner. Sterile alcohol and cetyl alcohol. These are derived from natural sources like coconut oil and palm oil. They help emulsify products and leave the hair soft and conditioned. So don't be afraid of alcohol. If you see isopropyl alcohol in a product, that is a drying alcohol. You want to look for cetyl, or sterile alcohol. These alcohols are moisturizing. And then our bonus ingredient that we already know is water. Water as the first ingredient is always a good check or a rule of thumb if a product is going to be moisturizing, because this is the main source of hydration. We know that if you are dehydrated, you need to drink water. Same thing with your hair. If your hair is dehydrated, because essentially that's what it means if your hair is dry, then you need to use products that contain water as the first ingredient. And then you're going to look for humectants, like I mentioned. So I'm going to go over it again. So the 5 ingredients that you need to look for, ingredient types that you need to look for on a product label if you are experiencing dryness. If your hair is dry, breaking, and brittle, number 1 would be humectants. So humectants, they draw moisture into the hair. Examples of humectants would be glycerin, propylene, glycol, honey, and aloe vera. So when reading an ingredient statement, you want to look at the top 5 ingredients because these have the highest concentration in the product. So if you're looking for a moisturizing product, make sure it has humectants in them, right? Number 2, emollients. Emollients soften and smooth the hair. Examples of emollients would be shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, and avocado oil. So if these ingredients are in the top 5 of a product, then you know that that product is a moisturizing product. Occlusives is number 3. Occlusives, they seal in moisture. This is going to be like your castor oil and your beeswax. Think of an oil blend, like a really good oil blend. The first ingredient on that product is going to be an oil. So after your humectants and your emollients, you want to look for an occlusive because what the occlusive does is it seals in the moisture. Number 4, fatty alcohols, right? So not all alcohols are created equal. There are drying alcohols and moisturizing alcohols. If you are looking for a product that moisturizes, the alcohols that you need to pay attention to are cetyl, and sterile alcohol. These are moisturizing alcohols and they will not dry out the hair. Isopropyl alcohol, on the other hand, will dry out the hair. And then number 5, our bonus ingredient we know is water. Water is the number 1 source of hydration. So the product should contain water as the first ingredient, and then you want to look for shea butter, aloe vera, coconut oil, honey. So humectants, emollients, occlusives, that's what you want to think when you're looking for a moisturizing product, and moisturizing alcohols. I hope that this was helpful to you. If I missed out anything, just leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Have a great day.